Across WA, this is Spirit Drive, thanks to Chandler McLeod Group, your mining and resources recruitment specialists. Many vacancies. Apply today. cmgjobs.com.au.
From the Flying Doctors to Halifax FP to the 2000s and 2010s hit Packed to the Rafters, Australia truly loves Rebecca Gibney, and she's gearing up for the third season of Wanted, which she co-created. It returns tonight on Channel 7 and GWN7 right across Western Australia. Rebecca Gibney, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you going?
I'm very well, thank you very much, and it's very nice of you to join us. And I must admit, I know we're 2 seasons in with Wanted, but I still can't shake off the characteristics of Dr. Jane Halifax and Australia's favourite mum, Julie Rafter. And here we are, you're breaking the law and causing mayhem.
I know. I mean, I'd be a great case for Dr. Jane. And I think Julie would just say, come and have a cup of tea, love. Yeah. Julie would take them in and look after them. She'd hide them from the police, I'm sure.
But be honest, though, how fun is it playing Lola Buckley?
It's so much fun because I get to drive fast cars and drink red wine and not care what I look like. It's, and tell people to go get Nick. It's, it's great.
So I guess it's like a guilty pleasure thinking of all these creative ways of outwitting law enforcement.
Absolutely. And, the funny thing is that so many people have come up to me and said, I just want to be in the car with you girls because you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's around the corner. And I think that's what's great about the show because it's just an adventure.
Yeah.
It's 2 ordinary women put into an extraordinary circumstance and just watch what happens. And they're polar opposites as well, so they'll always come at it from different angles.
Well, talk us through the creative process, I guess, in the boardroom. What's the feeling like, when everyone's on board with a particular idea or indeed those ones that do fail?
It's exciting. I mean, it's exciting and it's devastating because if you think it's a brilliant idea and then you say, what about this? What about they go to an old folks' home and they get hidden by, and then you can just see all the faces fall around it and you go, right, so I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that at all. What I really meant was, but then when you do hit on an idea and you see the room gets excited and then we all start sort of tossing around ideas together and it goes up on the whiteboard and then to actually watch it come to fruition, to then the writers go away, they write the scenarios, you get the script and then you get to cast it and then the whole process is it's so exciting to be a part of that.
Yeah, has the
life at the end and add music and all that,
Oh yeah.
It's great fun.
Has the life of Lola crept into real life? I mean, have you been pulled over for...
I'm not on the run.
Yeah, well, I'm just wondering. I mean, have you ever thought one day you've just been pulled over for a random breath test and thought, you know what, I haven't had a drink today, but gee, wouldn't it be fun to just hit the accelerator and just see where it takes me?
Oh, yeah, no. I'm such a law-abiding citizen, I don't think so. I am more Julie Rafter than Lola Buckley deep down.
Oh, that's hilarious. I do not encourage that at all, by the way, Western Australia. Please abide by the law. That's a legal disclaimer. Actually, I got to say, speaking of a little troublemaking, it's funny how the news cycle works because I know you are television royalty here in Australia. We also have royalty in Harry and Meghan here in the country, but an innocent comment about a purple folder has blown up into pregnancy rumours. What's been going on here?
Oh, well, someone else had said that. Someone said, I reckon she's pregnant. I said, well, yes, well, why is she carrying a folder? I mean, what royal carries a folder?
It's very interesting.
But then I retract it because as an actor, I also know that it's really important to know your lines and know who you're meeting. So she is an actress, so she would be taking the folder, so she does get to, remember everyone's name. She's being very, very conscientious.
That's
true. I think that's another reason that she's got the folder.
Well, I guess could Meghan be indeed packed to the rafters, if you catch my drift? Or she's either pregnant or signed a lucrative deal with Officeworks. We will never know, I guess.
Exactly. Well, we'll know soon enough.
Absolutely. Well, Rebecca, Season 3 debuts tonight. We're rejoining the adventures of Lola and Chelsea. It starts off, though, with the 2 of you in prison awaiting trial. The Wanted have become the court, or so it seems. What can you actually tell us in the lead-up to premiere tonight?
Well, certainly they are. We do first meet them in prison and they're in remand, about to go on trial for a string of offences, and something happens which forces them on the run yet again. But this time there's no going back. So there'll be no more prison for these 2. I mean, if the world thinks they're bad, they might as well be bad.
Absolutely. Well, it is an interesting spiel. Of course, that does return tonight. And I must say, too, 2018 did mark 10 years since Packed to the Rafters debuted on our screens. You had a chance to mark the occasion with the former co-stars. How was that all?
Oh, it was lovely. I mean, Eric and I try and catch up as often as we can, and we're always texting. I mean, Hugh, Sheridan and I text. In fact, I text all of them. So, you know, it would be wonderful. People keep saying, is there a reunion on the cards? Look, I never say never.
Yeah.
I've never closed the door on it. Not at the moment, but, you know, who knows what's around the corner.
Well, you are certainly a much-loved star, and Telethon is a much-loved weekend here in WA. Are we going to be seeing your presence this weekend coming up?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I will be with my son in New Zealand. I would love to be, but at some point I do have to be a mother as well.
That's true. Very, very good call.
And he's just gone back to school, so it's time for me to go home and put my mum pants back on.
Time to relax, put your feet up and watch the third season premiere of Wanted back on your screens, 8:30 tonight on Channel 7 and GWN7. We love you joining us this afternoon. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.